Hi everyone, so we've got some new data and I'm going to show you how to segment that data into faces and not faces. So we're going to be using Cloud Compare. So Cloud Compare is a free open source piece of software. Just Google it, you can download it. It's got it for every operating system. It's quite easy to use and there's some good tutorials on it on their webpage. So take a second, do that, and then come back to this video. Okay, so now that you have Cloud Compare, we're just going to go and we're going to open our point cloud segment. And here we go, and we can see it. And you can see that the luminosity information is actually kept here. So we can get a more clear idea of what's actually going on in this picture than we could inside the Python library. So this one's a good one, and we can basically see what we want to do. We want to cut off part of the head and leave everything else. So this is fairly straightforward. What we want to do is basically position this so that we can see, so that we can clearly sort of cut around all the parts of the head that we want, and then zoom in. You can use Shift to rock back and forth, and there's some good tutorials on the controls, but it's pretty straightforward. And then what you want to do is click on your segment, go to Edit, Segment, or press T. And then I'm going to go over here. This little thing will pop up. You can use the rectangle or the polygon. I'm going to go with the polygon and just start clicking around and creating a polygonal segment. And the important thing is that you can make this bigger than you want because we can cut it down a little bit later. So when we're done, right click. There you go. Now you've got your segment. And then you can click either segment in or segment out. So segment in here, and then click the check mark, and we get the segmentation in two parts. So here we go. Here is the head and the neck, and you can see that there's some stuff that we are going to want to cut off here. So in order to do that, again, it's not that hard. We're just going to zoom in and hit T again to segment. Oops. Blah, blah, blah. Saying we don't have anything. And then just, segment out this part. Exclude it. And we can call that a day. Okay. And so here we go. So we've now got our segmented face. There's a little bit more cleaning up we could do. And let me just do it really fast, just to be precise. Okay. Excellent. And then we take this, make sure that you've got the right segment, so turn off everything else, and then just hit save, and you want to save it as face segment. And you just want to do this because we want to make sure that everyone saves it as the same thing, because we want to make sure that everyone's code works. I think most people's code is set up to load in a file called face segment. And then you just want to make sure that you save it as a PCD, so a point cloud library cloud file. So face segment.pcd, hit save, and there you go. You've segmented out a face. And you'll notice that that's actually super fast. Like I was being a little bit slow there, but if you're careful and you rotate things correctly, you can basically do it in one shot. So one issue that you should be aware of is that some of the files are a little bit corrupted. So for instance, I think this guy. Oh, nope, he's happy. this guy. You can see there at the bottom of his face, the camera didn't read correctly. So in this case, we actually want to keep that information there. So like, for instance, this might be a good angle, and then we'll go take him and segment out the face. We can cut out this part that looks like the background, but we want to keep all of the stuff that corresponds to the face. And, you know, to check that, so there we go, that's our segment. To check that, we can actually load in the corresponding face segment from Z imaging. And what we see is they're keeping basically everything connected to the face. They're also keeping some of this junk over here that actually I would cut out. So personally, I would go ahead and cut this out. Just, oops, don't want to do it like that. Let's cancel that. Just because this is almost certainly not part of the face. I would say, you know, cut out anything that you can be like 100% sure is not part of the face, but try to leave the general shape. And there we go. So that's our face segment. So again, even if there's some like visual artifacts or something, include kind of everything that should be on the face. You know, but I would say try to segment the face out. You know, if there's a clear neck, feel free to not include the neck. And that's it. So then go ahead and save those things out, and you can see it's fast. You can do quite a few of these. So I'd say everyone who wants access to the data set, you should try to segment out a few of these guys. All right. Let me know if you have any questions.